You want to destroy the world for the sake of integrating your own personality, building up your own personality, defining yourself, constructing yourself, creating yourself. Do you view sort of the maintenance and the salvation of yourself as primary, and you want to manipulate and change the world and fight the world in order to maintain yourself? Or do you view the acquisition of the world as primary, and the acquisition of material goods and the acclimation to cultural norms and fitting everything, the stereotype, the archetype of what a rich, successful person is that the gold standard? Is that your stability in your life, your psychological anchoring? And then you change your personality, you change who you are, you change everything about yourself in order to become what the world wants you to be. So those are the kind of two poles. You have the self and you have the world. So do you try to move the world to be in consonance with your own deep ideals of what you think the world should be? Or do you try to move yourself and change your own personality and psychology to be what the world wants it to be? So that's sort of the question. And again, that's something that transcends left and right. I mean, many people on the left think that the world is messed up, and they have a certain idea of how it should be, and they want to change the world to be as they think it should be. And there are many on the right who are, or the supposed right, or call themselves rightists, who say that the world is a certain way, and natural law is a certain way, and might makes right, and we just have to accept the harsh realities of the world, and we have to change ourselves and strengthen ourselves to be like the world. And I think there is some kind of overarching kind of monist perspective where you step back and you say this is a cycle. The self and the world, the dual poles, they're sort of chasing each other, right? They're kind of swirling around, and they're constantly in this tension, this rocking back and forth, where the self is trying to fit some kind of archetype that the world has given him, and on the other hand, the self is also trying to change the world to be more in line with what the self believes the world should be. What kind of narratives and mythology should we be teaching people, should we be putting out there that is somehow attractive to them, that they want to hear, that they want to listen to? How do you craft that rhetoric and the internal logic of the mythos so that it connects with people on a deep level to the point where that becomes their, something foundational for them that they always refer back to, that they say, I want to be this archetype, and I receive this archetype from this mythos. I want to be the hero in this story. A lot of people want to be Harry Potter. Funny enough, it seems like girls are extremely interested in Harry Potter for some reason. That needs an analysis done. But where do you get it from? Is it Star Wars? Is it Harry Potter? Is it Orange is the New Black? Is it Game of Thrones? What is your founding myth? And how do we construct myths? How do we put them out there? What is kind of the perfect mythos? People have been thinking about this for a long time. Plato was asking these questions. The myth of the metals. How do we create a mythology, an analogy for reality that helps people become moral and helps them act correctly in a society in a way that's going to make them healthy and spiritually viable rather than unhealthy and sick? And I think that's enough for this video. So thank you for listening.